Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Casey, and if you're new here, welcome. Today we are going to talk about how to build discipline and growth. And without further ado, let's hop right into it. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to set clear goals. If you've been following me for at least the last 2 months, you know I've been talking mad hard about setting clear goals and making sure that they're measurable, making sure that they're time consuming, making sure that they're connected with SMART, the acronym of SMART. So SMART is making sure they're specific, they're achievable, measurable, realistic, and have targets. That's not in order, but it's around the same exact aspects. You just rearrange it and make it into the word SMART. To make sure that you're very specific when you're setting goals is so important because you have to have parameters in which you want to be successful and where you would like to head in whichever direction, and you need to have a straightforward path for that. On top of that, you need to make sure that it's achievable, meaning it has to be something that is well within your means. It has to be something that you can actually make happen. Like, one thing that's way out of my league is becoming the president, although it would be fun, not attainable to me. Like, at all. You could say shoot for the stars. Let's be realistic when we make our choices. What is achievable is that I could probably learn how to run a mile without stopping. That's achievable. That's something that I can touch. That's something that I can see realistically in my path. Which leads us to realistic. You have to be so realistic. Be smart. Come on, man. There's no way, unless you are a one-of-a-kind person that just hits every single goal that you set your mind to. You cannot be crazy, okay? And then lastly is your targets. Where are you wanting to aim? Where are you wanting to land? Where is within the perimeter that you feel like is going to make you feel successful, to make you want to continue to grow and leave room for growth? And if you want to hear more about that, I will link down my video down below on how to set realistic goals that can help you in your life. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to create a routine. What are you doing now that is, laziness? The first thing I would do is you need to stick to a scheduled daily routine. That way you can build consistency and structure. For example, I have my planner in which I have within 10 feet of me at all freaking time of what I'm supposed to be doing during the day. It looks like this. This cost me about $64, but here's the thing. I'm crazy, and so I personally will pay the extra money for that, but this is the first time I've ever really spent a pretty dime on a planner. Usually I would go to Target. You can go to Walmart. You can go anywhere that's selling like Targets, even Etsy have really non-expensive planners that you could probably search through. You need something that's going to be specific to you so that you can set consistency. This was my schedule. This is everything that I had. What was due, what was going to happen, what my top 3 goals are going to be, my weekly overview with like my meals. I noticed something. We only go grocery shopping once a week, budgeting wise, and so like I put down that, and it keeps me on track. It keeps me understanding the here and now, because my brain is like spaghetti noodles and it connects every single thing together, and I will forget something, or I will overthink something, or I will just not do what I'm supposed to be doing on purpose because I get overwhelmed, I get burned out. Me scheduling allows me to plan out my day, to put aside time for myself, and also not to cause burnout, because burnout is a huge thing. I've come from the teaching world where a lot of teachers quit their jobs because there isn't enough time for ourselves. And that was my biggest fear, and that was something that they hounded into us about going into teaching, is that there will be burnout, and there will be times in which you feel like you lose the spark on who you are in this world. And that's really dangerous, especially if you don't have a really good support system. It is something that you want to steer as far away from, regardless of what occupation you have. Even as I'm a stay-at-home mom now, I get burnout, I get touched out, I get anything out that you could think of, and my scheduling allows me to set aside time, to measure my time, to set SMART goals. And I just feel like if you don't schedule, friend, either you're really organized mentally, or you're probably the most hippiest person I have ever met that is just like free with the range, or 3, you are slowly losing it. One of those things. That's why I'm just going to end on, you need to create a routine. It doesn't have to be a strict routine like I put myself in a box in. It has to be something that you're like, okay, in the morning I'm going to do X, Y, Z, And then in the afternoon, I'm going to do X, Y, Z. It's just something to keep you motivated and to keep you consistent and structured, period. Number 3, we're going to start small and then we're going to build momentum. I've mentioned in the past that people who fail are usually the ones who do not plan out well. That goes with scheduling, but you need to start small. I do not expect people who have never scheduled a day in their life to go full-fledged scheduling, because that can also cause burnout, or that can be upsetting to those who don't hit their marks because they just starting. Like, for example, like I mentioned, I want to learn how to run a mile without stopping. Imagine if I just was like, today I'm going to Forrest Gump it. I'm going to go running. I am going to be so disappointed in myself because I know I'm not going to be able to make it. Actually, story time, one time I did go for a run because I was like, you know what? It's the last time I ever ran in my life. I woke up, I was like, I'm going to wake up before everybody else. I'm not going to do any stretching, dummy. I wasn't going to plan much of it. I was like, today is the day I'm going to get up and I'm going to go for a run. Tell me why. I was around the block. My legs I felt like I was running with bricks attached to my feet. My legs got so tired and I tripped and fell and puked on my way down. Never again did I go running. If I were to start now, I would do some in-home things before I went outside. I would practice walking. I would practice my breathing. I would maybe eat better. Honestly, there is so many things that I could do to build up to being where, even before I even step outside the door. Yeah, and that's probably why I don't run now, is because I was just like, you know what, I'm going to hit that wall full-fledged. Nothing's going to stop me. And I hit something, and it was the cement sidewalk. And I scraped up my knee. Never again. And to get puke on yourself, oh my goodness, start small. It doesn't even have to be like, and when I'm saying small, I mean like, I don't mean like putting on your shoes and relearning how to tie your shoelaces. That goes back to your SMART goals. You need to be able to see where you need to go and where you should be able to start. And that includes small habits. Your small habits are something that can keep you from also succeeding. And with those small habits that you are trying to break or make, you increase your intensity, and then over time, your commitments are built upon what you have established from those small habits. Number 4, eliminate distractions. I think a lot of people's distractions, I could be wrong, is their screen time. Remember when our moms used to say, girl, your phone, it has to be that phone. It was that TV, and they would like take the TV and phones away from us. I will say they probably were right about that stuff, because there is a time where we have to be able to put it away. Put it away. Put our phones away. Put anything away that's going to be distracting. Put those chips back in the aisle. You don't need Starbucks. You have Starbucks at home is what I tell myself all the freaking time. Put it away. If you have an iPhone, your iPhone should have something on there that allows you to delegate your time on your phone. And on top of that, they also have in there to make it dimmer for your icons on your phone so that you don't feel like when you pick up your phone that you need to look at it. On top of that, notifications, turn those off. Put it away or limit yourself, okay? Okay. Number 5, we're going to hold ourselves accountable. And I don't mean punish yourself for falling short in something that you decided that you were going to get done. I mean, track your progress. When you are doing the things that you need to do, you can look back at it. For example, this is why I think everybody should have some type of planner that is made specifically for you. In my planner, I have a monthly overview, and this is where I write. So I don't know if you can see it, but there's like monthly goals. There's my steps that I plan to do, my notes. It's just like what I want to do at the end of the month. And then on top of that, there's like a monthly reflection, which I'm not going to show you because there's some tea in there. Everybody should track your progress, and on top of that way you can reward yourself. And I know I mentioned there should be any consequences. Personally, the only consequence I give myself is the fact that I failed. And that's my biggest fear in life, is to fail, because not to brag, anything I set my eyes to, I succeed, and I even go further than that. I flourish. And when I fail, every once in a while, I beat my own self up because I expect more, I know more, and I can do more. Number 6, we are going to adopt a growth mindset. When people fail, like I mentioned earlier, a lot of people fall off from their goals because they set a goal, they fail at it, and they're like, I'll try next year. And my time's up. I can't. They don't pick themselves back up and retry it. The New Year's is such a bunch of bologna when you see the most people show up and then they start to trickle out by like February. And I really hate to see that because you have to be consistent. You have to be okay with failing with that consistency. This is a learning opportunity. Everything that you're doing is a learning opportunity. When you fail, learn from that failure. It is not loss in the fact that you didn't get to where you needed to go. It should be more so looked at as, okay, so this is a bump in the road. Let's start over and let's maneuver around that. I know where I went wrong. I'm going to reflect on that, and guess what? I'm going to move forward. This is not a setback. This is a set forward so that you can do better next time. Try again the next day. Try again. Nothing isn't attainable to you and towards your goals. Number 7, we're going to keep learning. I have been in school, and I talk about this is a running joke. I have been in school since I was 4 years old. I'm still in school. I'm finally going to be done. I'm going to be 28. I am 28, and I'm finally going to be done in May. Like, I'm no longer going to go to school for now. But I have a growth mindset. My mindset is always looking for more. What can I read? What can I do to fix a lot of, not to fix, but to feed my brain, to feed who I am, to feed who I'm going to be. And that is set on what we are learning right now. I always tell people you need to keep reading, you need to take courses, mentorships, improvements, all of those go together. Every single spot in my life in which I had to learn something was from a mentor, whether that be from a teacher, whether that be from a parent, whether that be from my friends, family. There was always somebody who didn't know that they were mentoring me, but I was taking bits of their knowledge, of their failures, and I was learning of it. And that is why I feel like for me, I am able to be so successful because I'm like, oh, you failed. But there was always room for improvement. Don't let anybody tell you that you are good where you're at. You get stagnant. Stagnant stinks, and we want progression. Now we're going to move into surround ourselves with the right people. My grandma is an amazing person to be around. I also have many other friends in which I am reaching out towards because I know where they're at. I know their mindset. I'm understanding who I am through them, and having that lens of seeing people that are reflecting how you should feel on the inside helps immensely when we are trying to build discipline and growth. For me, when I am building up my friendship, when I am building up my family, when I am building up those that I want to see on my screen, on my TV, on my Instagram, on my Facebook, on my Snapchat, I am looking for people who are disciplined and growth oriented. Those are the people that I'm looking for. And that's not something I'm saying that you should do. You should sit down and you should really think, what do I want to surround myself with? Who do I want to surround myself with? And if those people don't make the cut, it's time to get some scissors. Snip, snip. The next thing we're going to do is embrace failure. I always say lesson, adjust, keep going. Lesson, adjust, keep going. Everything you do is to push you forward. You fall down, adjust yourself, keep going. Do not stop. When you stop, you lessen the time of advancement. This sucks, I can't go this direction, but guess what? There's other paths for me to attempt at. So if you take anything, lesson, adjust, keep going. Over and over and over. Lastly, prioritize self-care. Rest, relax, exercise. Think long-term success. Always take care of you because there's only one you and nobody else is going to be you but you, okay? This is your journey. This is your life, your decisions. A lot of times, especially as parents, we put aside ourselves for our children, but you can't be the best who you are as a person without taking care of yourself. Rather that be spiritually, emotional, mental, educational, physical, all the yellicles. You have to take care of who you are today so that tomorrow you could show up 110% more you, if that makes sense. And if you take everything that I said today, first thing we're going to do, we're going to set clear goals, create a routine, start small, build momentum, eliminate distraction, hold yourself accountable, adopt growth mindset, keep learning, surround yourself with the right people, embrace failure, and then prioritize self-care. These are my tips on how to build discipline and growth successfully. And that's all that we have today. And if you finish this whole video, you should go and follow me on Instagram. I post a lot more lifestyle content on there. I also am on Threads. I post a lot more on my Instagram and Threads all together. They're the same exact channel. It's Keeping Up with KCB. On top of that, I post every single Tuesday. Thank you for watching this video. Until next time, bye, and thank you for watching my video.